Back at it again, and we've got to double back to a story that we covered yesterday in terms of Mark Wayne Mullin and Sean O'Brien. For those of you that don't remember, well, I'll play the clip. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And for those of you that don't remember or didn't watch the video yesterday of what happened between Mark Wayne Mullin and Sean O'Brien, here you go. Let's dive in.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
No,
guy.
no, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is.
Don't throw rocks and hide your hands. If you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Okay? I don't start it, I finish it, okay? I don't know if y'all were raised that way, but I know I was. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Hey, don't start it, but you better finish it. Okay? I don't want to hear about you starting nothing. But if it does pop off, you better finish it. Hey, that's facts. Anybody else get raised that way? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Hey, maybe I was raised differently. I don't know. You know, but so yeah, Sean O'Brien went on to cry bullying, and of all places, CNN was not having it. Jake Tapper actually called him out on it. Check it out.
About the near blows that erupted during that Senate hearing of all places, what does Mark Wayne Mullin, what does Senator Mullin have to say about that?
Well, he doesn't regret it at all. In fact, that is the exact question I put to him. Do you regret this? You're a United States Senator. He said that he called me out. I was just answering the call. Don't say something you're not going to back up. And he said that. I said, well, you're a senator. He said, he's a president of a union. I'm still a guy from Oklahoma. And he made clear that he was defiant in comments he made to our colleague, Sam Fossil.
You don't do that in Oklahoma. You don't run your mouth unless you're going to answer the call. I didn't start it. I didn't tweet at him. I didn't go after him. I have no beef with the guy.
And he went on to say that he has not spoken to Republican leadership about this yet. And Mitch McConnell, the Senate GOP leader, was asked about these episodes. He said, I don't view that as my responsibility to deal with. He said that's something the Capitol Police will have to deal with. Jake?
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue, though, is, of course, doing it in the Senate during a Senate hearing, right? It's not so much responding to the union president, it's where he did it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And he says that he says that he was raised differently, Jake. That is his explanation for why he said they said we settle things differently where I'm from in Oklahoma. So he is not regretting what he said at all, Jake.
Okay. Monaraja, we're going to come back to you. There's a big House vote coming this hour that's much more important than all these shenanigans. Thanks so much. But let's talk about these shenanigans. Sean O'Brien, president of that union, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, is here. And Sean, I have to say, I'm sure you're plenty strong, but Mark Wayne Mullin is a former professional MMA fighter. What went through your mind when he basically challenged you to a physical fight during a Senate hearing?
Yeah, you know, look, what went through my mind was you're one of 100 of the most powerful people in the country, and you're acting like a 12-year-old in a schoolyard because you didn't get your way. I mean, look, he actually has the ability, and he's 100 of the elite, to actually effectuate change in this country, and he's focused on being a bully. You know, we're not going to stand for it, and we definitely were brought up differently.
Okay, but can I say, you're tweeting like a 12-year-old. I mean, your tweets were you're not a United States Senator, okay, and I get that your tweeting is not the same thing as calling somebody out during a Senate hearing. But, you know where to find me any place, anytime, cowboy. You're making fun of him for not being the tallest senator. I mean, you represent 1.3 million workers. Do you really think that tweet, there's the tweet right there with your pink circling of the apple box he's standing on. Do you really think that is best serving, best representing the members of the Teamsters Union?
His story is compelling but inaccurate. And in a hearing in March, he started the whole thing by coming into a hearing, looking at us and basically saying to me, I'm not afraid of physical confrontation. As a matter of fact, I welcome it. Mm-hmm. So that's what perpetuated the whole incident. Never knew the man in my life, never met him. I was testifying in my first Senate hearing, and that was his first introduction to me.
And you were at the hearing today, Bernie Sanders' hearing, which is about how unions improve the lives of workers.
We're going to stop that. So I just have a problem with the throwing of the rocks and just, he was trying to bully me. He was bullying me. He came after me. Like, come on, bro. Stop it with the nonsense. Stop it. But Senator Mullin has not backed down at all. He went on CNN and said some interesting things that, you guys are going to want to see this. Check it out.
So just to give some context, that was the head of the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien. And before this moment, tensions were already bubbling over. Most recently, before coming, the head of the Teamsters said in a tweet, "You know where to find me." This is to you. Any place, anytime, cowboy.
Right.
Having said all that, in hindsight, any regrets?
No, I really don't. What happens all the time is you got these keyboard warriors that's going to go out there and run their mouth all the time, and then they don't ever have to face their consequences. And people tell me all the time, is this incumbent of a United States Senator? And I remind people, I'm a guy from Oklahoma first, and there's consequences for doing some of this. I get there's people on social media that'll do this constantly. I'll never see them. This guy, I did. And this wasn't his first time. He did this to me 5 separate times. I ignored it
And the crazy part about I'm going to let him finish. Go
every
ahead.
time. And then the last time when he said, "You know where to find me, anytime, anywhere, cowboy," I thought, maybe this could be a good thing. Maybe we could do this for charity. If he really wants to be this tough guy and be this, this union boss of the Teamsters, who said that, mind you, in 2022, he said he wants to bring back the mob mentality back to the Teamsters. This is the same guy in 2013 that was suspended by his Teamsters for harassing and intimidating them. I thought, maybe this guy could be taught a lesson and we could just do it for charity.
What do you mean by that, for charity? Because this looked like you almost came to blows in the middle of
Well, but I had already challenged him before this. Prior to this, I had said, when he first put out that first tweet, actually that was the 5th tweet, I put out, okay, challenge accepted, September 30th, Tulsa, Oklahoma, for charity, MMA fight.
I see.
And of course, he didn't say anything until right before this hearing, he started running his mouth again.
You mentioned MMA fight. You are an MMA champion. I noticed that when you were getting up in an escalator, you're playing with it right now, you reached for your wedding ring. What was that about?
Well, I wasn't mad, first of all. So when you get mad, you get angry, you lose your mind. First thing I thought of when I stood up, I thought, I'm going to break my hand on this guy's face. I'm going to take my wedding ring off. Because when you're fighting, you learn how to punch correctly. You really shouldn't break your hand, but when you aren't doing it with raps.
So you actually thought you were going to come to blows in that moment?
I had full intentions of doing that, absolutely.
Yo! Hey, I'm going to break my hand on this guy's face. Let me go ahead and take this ring off real quick. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to the doctor, they don't have to cut it off. Hey, Senator Mullin is a G. And G stands for gangster, okay? Oh, man, it's about time we got some Republicans fighting for something other than Matt Gaetz. You know what I mean? Goodness gracious. But we also have an update to the Kevin McCarthy, Tim Burchett situation. And for those of you that have forgotten about that, here's a quick refresher.
A lovely lady, and when she was asking me a question, and at that time I got elbowed in the back, and it kind of caught me off guard because it was a clean shot to the kidneys, and I turned back, and there was Kevin, and And for a minute, I was kind of, what the heck just happened? And then I chased after him. Of course, he's as I've stated many times, he's a bully with $17 million in a security detail. He's the type of guy that, when you're a kid, would throw a rock over the fence and run home and hide behind his mama's skirt. And he just, he from behind, that kind of stuff. That's not the way we handle things in East Tennessee. If we have a problem with somebody, I'm going to look them in the eye and talk to them.
Okay, so he walked down the hallway, hit you with his elbow.
Yeah, you can go on Claudia's Twitter account. It pretty much, or X account. It's very accurate.
Okay, so then just explain. So you chased him? What do you mean you chased him?
I just ran after him. I was like, what the heck? Why'd you do that? Because it was, like I said, if you've ever been hit in the kidneys, it's a little different. You don't have to hit very hard to cause a little bit of pain, a lot of pain. And so he just, of course, as he always does, he just denies it or blames somebody else or something, and it was just a little heated, but I just backed off because I saw no reason. I wasn't gaining anything from it. And then everybody saw it, so it didn't really matter.
But he responded to you?
Yeah, he just acted like, what are you talking about? Who are you? That kind of thing. And it's just, I think that's symptomatic of the problems that he's had in his short tenure as speaker.
And were you face to face when you had this interaction?
Yeah, but there's security detail, and I get it. They were doing their job, so it wasn't exactly like he wouldn't turn around and face me. He kept scurrying, trying to keep people between me and him.
Now, the update we have is actually audio from that incident happening, from when that incident happened. We don't have the actual video, but we have audio of when it happened. Check it out.
What's that?
Wanted to check in on the conference, how it went. It sounds like it went back and forth.
Yeah, I think it went all right. Sorry, Kevin. Didn't mean to elbow. Why'd you elbow me in the back, Kevin?
I know, I felt so bad.
Hey, Kevin, you got any guts? Jerk.
Has he done that before?
No.
Huh. That's a new move.
Go talk to him.
This is him chasing after Kevin.
Why'd you walk by me and elbow me in the back? You got no guts. You did so. They sat there and the reporter said it right there. What kind of chicken move is that? You're pathetic, man. You are so pathetic. What a jerk. You need security, Kevin.
So yeah, Kevin McCarthy still feeling salty because Tim Burchett was one of the 8 Republicans that voted him out of the speakership position. And obviously we all know how Kevin McCarthy felt about that whole situation. There was reports that he was trying to weasel himself back into the speakership. In one way was making Jim Jordan co-speaker or assistant speakers. Like, come on now. No. We don't want you as speaker. Kick rocks. Bye-bye. See ya. So I think that's what that was about. I don't have, 100% certainty on that, but I think that's what the elbow from Kevin McCarthy was all about. And now we have some audio from it. But as always, how do you guys feel about all of this going down in the comment section below? Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love, family. I'm out.